Hello everyone, it's Kate Girl here today to make a video. So I got a rabbit. That's right guys, I got a motherfucking rabbit. So I'm back again to make a YouTube video because I got a rabbit. And I know in my last video I said I didn't know if I was gonna get a rabbit because I just didn't know. By the way, I'm 16, almost 17, and I'm pretty sure people are gonna start thinking I'm 5 just by looking at me. So there's that. I'm sorry that we're in a weird position. And I'm using my front-facing camera so I can see how many minutes this is, and my nails are done for once, so that's good, right? So anyways, today's video is going to be all about my bunny and how I got her. So, after I made the video, it was like a week after I made my video where I was talking about my new room, and I was like, yeah, I don't really know if I'm going to get a rabbit though, just because I have cats and I have dogs. Well, so, I was like, I still want a rabbit, but maybe now is not the time. Well, a couple days after that video, I got a snappity chat from a friend of mine, kind of a friend, acquaintance. I know him, he's very sweet. He graduated this year. And he goes, hey, I have a question for you. And I said, what's up? And he goes, I have a rabbit and I have been looking for a home for her and I was told to come to you. And I just responded with, yes, give her to me. No, I actually said and he was like, do you want her or something? And I was like, yes, I will take her. Yes, let me just confirm it with my dad. Can I see pictures? And I started asking, what's her name? How old is she? Blah, 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 blah. So let me tell you that real quick. She's a Netherland dwarf rabbit. Her name was Coco. I changed it. And she's 5 years old, and I don't know, and he didn't know if she was spayed or not. I kind of doubt it because she was a breeder. He said a couple years ago she was a breeder, and then he got her. And she was from something called a Grange fair. And if you don't know what those are, I mean, if you don't, I'm kind of going to be surprised. Okay, so if you're into bunnies, you probably go to fairs or you go to something with any kind of I don't know, fairs are the main thing that have them. And you know how people bring their cows and people bring their other stuff. And then they grade them or whatever. Well, they do that with rabbits, especially around near me. And they don't treat them they don't keep them in the best conditions, and I feel like owners who are into that 4-H animal stuff oftentimes don't take care of their rabbits properly. No, I'm not saying everyone, but just by judging how they keep them at the fairs, I've never seen a rabbit have hay at fairs. I've never seen a rabbit have clean water. They're always in a very tight wire bottom cage most of the time. Sometimes they do have flat bottoms. They keep them in 80 to 90 degree weather 24/7 during that week of the fair. So in general, people just don't take care of rabbits well at fairs. I might make a video on it this year where I film the conditions that the rabbits are kept in. And then the rabbits get prizes and stuff. And she was an award-winning rabbit, from what I was told, and then because they didn't want to breed her anymore, they gave her to him. And she actually has a little stamp in her ear that says 81. And so he explained to me all that, and then I was like, okay. I asked my dad. He said yeah, because I still live with my father, so no dumb, I need permission. And so I think it was maybe 5 days went by because he had a busy work schedule, and I went to pick her up. I went with my mom because my mom didn't work I got her Thursday. Today's August 3rd. I got her August 1st. And it was a Thursday, I think. It was definitely a Thursday. I think it was August 1st. And so I woke up at 8. Me and her went out. I got some toys for her. I got her pellets. I went into the pet store that had those really sick leopard geckos. They're getting a lot better. And they put calcium in their enclosures, so that's great. I just want to let you guys know that. They are taking care of their leopard geckos, and they are looking a little bit better. And they're feeding them better. They're doing everything better. And so then I went to his house, and I walked downstairs, and I saw her cage. It was maybe that big and that wide. It wasn't a proper setup for a rabbit. She was on cedar bedding, and she had pellets and water. I don't blame people whenever their animals aren't kept in perfect conditions or they don't know any better, because they oftentimes listen to pet stores, and pet stores are designed for animals, so no shit you're gonna think the pet store worker knows what they're saying whenever they specialize in animal care, but in reality they don't know anything. I asked for a box because I didn't bring my carrier, and he put her in a box. She kept jumping up and down. He's like, yeah, I just wanted her to go to a good home. I hope you like her, blah, blah, blah. He's a really nice guy. And I took her home, and I picked her up, and she just was like, and she used to smell so heavily of men's cologne and cedar. I was like, oh, I was like, that's gross. And then I put her in her dog crate, which is not the proper size cage for a rabbit right now, but my new room isn't done yet, and this works out really well because then I can monitor her as she's with me for the first couple of weeks, and I can start possibly litter training her, and whenever I get her spayed, this will be a good space for her to be in. She does have floor time pretty much all day, which she's really liking, which, let me go back on track. So after I put her in here, I let her relax for a little bit, and I, open up the cage and I pet her a little bit. She loves pets, and I was dying. I was like, oh my god, she's so cute. Little Netherland dwarf baby with her little ears. My little 5-year-old baby. And then she kind of kept coming up to the bars and was like nudging, and I decided to set up some grids, CNC grids, along the perimeter, which is normally how I set them up for the guinea pigs, and I decided to let her out, and she hasn't jumped over these. From what I was told, she can only jump like this high. Maybe it's because she's older. She hasn't really jumped. She's more like a little bit of a runner. She hasn't bankied yet either, but she's been doing really well. She loves exploring. She loves just sitting next to me outside of the cage. I think she is enjoying it. She's not litter trained. I don't think she's spayed. She just keeps pooping all over my floor. Luckily, there hasn't been too much pee. The first time I saw her rabbit pee, I got scared. And so I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. And she's been hanging out with me. Her name is Nina. My dad was like, Coco Nina. I was like, Nina Coco. So yeah, Nina Coco is gonna be her name. She's so sweet and so cute. I'm obsessed with her. I have a vet appointment scheduled for this up and coming Wednesday. Whenever you guys see this, I'm gonna get her checked out, and then I'm going to schedule a spay appointment if she isn't spayed. Again, I kind of doubt it. She's so sweet. I introduced my cats to her, which some people have issues with that. My cats have been fine with the guinea pigs, so I decided to see how they would do. My main concern was my cat Pumpkin, who's actually sitting right here. He was an outdoor cat, so I was worried that he would be like, I'm gonna kill you. And I have never left my cats alone with her, just because I don't want to risk that. And she actually scared my indoor cats, Dean and Sam. She kept charging at them, and they kept jumping and running away from her. Pumpkin just looks at her and lays down and just is like, hello. She's been doing really well with them. She's just been so calm and so sweet. So yeah, I've had her for about 2 or 3 days. 3 days. Again, she's been doing very well. She eats like almost all of her pellets in a day. She has been eating hay. She doesn't eat all of her veggies. She doesn't eat a lot, but she eats, and she's pooping and peeing. So maybe it's just because she's so small. That's kind of what I'm assuming, and she's still adjusting. So yeah, you guys can kind of see her little butt. There she is. That's Nina. I'll try to pick her up. She does not like being picked up. Her nails also need trimmed. So you're okay, calm down. Oh my gosh, alright. So this is Nina. She's gonna freak out. Oh, I know, calm down. She's so freaking. I know, baby. Oh my god, I know. Yeah, I'm gonna put her down. So yeah, that's Miss Nina. She's so mad at me. She just did the bunny. Okay, so I tried to pick her up earlier, and I don't know if you guys know what bunnies do, is they'll flick their back feet at you like they're flipping you off. Like, they do it really dramatically, and that's a sign that they're annoyed at you. So yeah, she doesn't like being picked up. She loves pets. Actually, I don't know if she loves them, but she lets me give her lots of pets, and I think if she didn't like her pets, she'd run. I don't know. She does like running into her house and hiding if she gets nervous, so I think that's good for her to know that this is a safety route. She loves sleeping at the very back of her bed. I'm glad she sleeps there because I think it's really cute. And another thing is that whenever I first brought her back, she's a little litter pan in here, and it has bedding on the bottom. Well, because she's always had bedding on the bottom of her cage, she would only sit in the litter pan, and she was like nervous about the fleas. She was like, and now she's fine with it. So yeah, that's little Miss Nina. I'll try to throw up pictures of her throughout this video. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like, subscribe. If you didn't, then goodbye.